Welcome back, everyone. I'm Greg. Today I'm going to tell you about an update to my 2019 reading goals. You may remember that when I presented them in a previous video, I said that I was going to be flexible so I can add and subtract as I please, and this is the First Amendment. Just to recap really quickly, my 5 goals for 2019 were to be flexible about my goals, and here we are. 2, to DNF anything that I'm not feeling into. 3, to listen to more audiobooks. 4, to seek out more books by lesbian, transgender, or bisexual authors. And 5, this right here, to use BookTube to get back in the habit of talking about the books that I read. My new goal came about because of a reading spreadsheet I found for 2019 that was created by Sophie over at Portal in the Pages. I'll put a link to her video explaining the spreadsheet below. I highly recommend checking it out. It is an incredible tool for anyone who reads. Part of what Sophie's spreadsheet does is track demographic data for the books and authors that you read. And as I was setting mine up, I noticed the column for the author's gender, and I thought to myself, I bet I read more books by men than by women. So I went back year by year, and that's true, although last year it was close. So, my new reading goal for 2019 is to read more books by women than by men. And yes, part of this is political, support women, sue me. But part of it is also personal. Part of what I really like about reading is that it forces you to get outside of yourself and your own experience of the world and try someone else's experience on for size. And that's what I want to do here. It is also very true that I am absolutely fed up with novels about white males who cannot get their lives together. If you've read anything on my blog, supposedlyfun.com, you've probably run into a post where I've ranted about this. It happens a lot, and I just can't do it anymore. I DNF'd several books last year that were about white males who can't get their lives together, and I'll probably continue to do that in the future. I mean, let's remember, I'm a white guy who can't get his life together, so I don't need to read about any others. But it's also shockingly common how often you run into that setup in a book. So here's a challenge to publishers who might be out there as well. Maybe explore some other voices and experiences of the world. Anyway, getting back to the point. I feel like I'm already in good shape on this goal, so I feel positive about it. I've only finished one book in 2019 so far, but it was written by a woman, so there you go. And I'm currently reading 3 books at once, which is outrageous. I don't usually do that, but I'm also having my first library book overflow of 2019, so I'm trying to get a lot in. But all 3 of those books are written by women. And I just got Michelle Obama's book from the library as well, so here's another one. Okay, let me do a little side note for a second. First, to do a PSA to remind everybody, use your local libraries. They're really good for your community. Second, technically I'm reading 4 books right now, but the 4th one, which was written by a male author, is something I started in 2018. It was almost 1,000 pages, and I didn't finish it before it was due back at the library. So I returned it, and I'm back on the hold list for it. So technically, I'm still reading it. I do want to finish it, but I don't even have the book in my possession right now, so I feel like, although it technically counts, I'm not really reading it at the moment. So, there you go. Anyway, there you go. That's my side note. To wrap this up, I'm really excited for this goal for 2019. I think it's going to give me some good reads and some good experiences on a personal level. Tomorrow, I am going to have a list of books that relate to this theme. It's not just a list of female authors. It's more specifically themed than that. And the book I'm reading, one of the books I'm reading right now, is going to figure prominently. So if you're curious, be sure to subscribe for that. And until then, thank you for watching and happy reading.